China's next move, the $790 million cross-border road project with Russia. China's latest infrastructure project with Russia, the $790 million cross-border road project, aims to improve connectivity between China and Russia by building a highway that will run from China's Heilongjiang province to the Russian city of Blagoveshchensk. In today's episode, we'll be taking a closer look at this project, its objectives, and what it means for the relationship between China and Russia. The China-Russia cross-border road project is a massive infrastructure undertaking that aims to connect China's Heilongjiang province with the Russian city of Blagoveshchensk. This highway will span approximately 2,000 kilometers, 1,243 miles, and is expected to cost around $790 million. The project has significant economic benefits and geopolitical implications, as well as environmental concerns that need to be addressed. Economic benefits. The cross-border road project has the potential to bring significant economic benefits to both China and Russia. The improved transportation infrastructure will make it easier and more cost-effective to transport goods between the two countries, which should lead to increased trade and economic growth. The project will create new job opportunities in both China and Russia, particularly in the construction, logistics, and service sectors. Additionally, the cross-border road project is expected to stimulate the development of other infrastructure projects in the region, such as new ports, railways, and airports. Geopolitical implications. The cross-border road project has significant geopolitical implications, as it will strengthen China's economic ties with Russia. This is particularly important given the ongoing tensions between China and the United States. The project is also seen as a way for Russia to diversify its economy and reduce its dependence on oil and gas exports. Additionally, the cross-border road project is part of China's larger Belt and Road Initiative, which seeks to create a network of infrastructure projects across Asia, Africa, and Europe. This initiative is intended to promote economic integration and trade, as well as increase China's geopolitical influence. Environmental concerns. There are significant environmental concerns surrounding the cross-border road project. The construction of a highway through the region could have a significant impact on the environment, including increased air pollution and deforestation. In addition, the project could disrupt local ecosystems and threaten the habitats of endangered species. To address these concerns, it is important that the project is carried out in a sustainable and responsible manner. This could include measures such as minimizing the impact on local ecosystems, using environmentally friendly construction materials, and investing in renewable energy sources. It is also important that the project is subject to rigorous environmental impact assessments to ensure that any potential negative effects are identified and addressed. Impact on local communities. The cross-border road project could have a significant impact on the local communities in the region. The project will require the acquisition of land and displacement of people, which could cause social and economic disruption. Additionally, the increased economic activity in the region could lead to increased pressure on natural resources and public services, which could negatively impact local communities. To mitigate these risks, it is important that the project is carried out in consultation with local communities and that their rights are respected throughout the project's lifecycle. Challenges and risks. The cross-border road project faces several challenges and risks that could impact its success. One of the main challenges is the complex political environment in which the project is taking place. The relationship between China and Russia is complex and has been marked by tension and competition in the past. This could make it difficult to maintain the necessary political support and cooperation to complete the project successfully. Additionally, there are significant logistical challenges associated with the construction of a highway in a remote and harsh environment. Finally, the project is subject to significant financial risks, including currency fluctuations and changes in market conditions. Another potential benefit of the China-Russia cross-border road project is that it could help to boost tourism in the region. The improved transportation infrastructure provided by the highway could make it easier for tourists to access remote areas and experience the natural beauty of the region. The highway could also make it easier for Chinese and Russian tourists to travel between the two countries, which could lead to increased cultural exchange and understanding. However, there are also concerns about the environmental impact of the project. The highway will traverse a region that is home to several protected areas and endangered species, including the Amur tiger and leopard. Environmental groups have raised concerns that the project could lead to habitat loss, fragmentation, and degradation, which could have negative impacts on wildlife populations. Additionally, the construction and operation of the highway could lead to increased pollution and carbon emissions, which could contribute to climate change. To address these concerns, it will be important for the project to be carried out in an environmentally responsible manner. This could include measures such as conducting environmental impact assessments, minimizing habitat fragmentation and disturbance, and implementing measures to reduce pollution and carbon emissions. It will also be important to engage with local communities and environmental groups to ensure that their concerns are taken into account and that they are involved in the decision-making process. In addition to the potential benefits and challenges of the China-Russia cross-border road project, there are also broader geopolitical implications. The project has been seen as a way for China to strengthen its economic ties with Russia and increase its geopolitical influence in the region. This has raised concerns among some countries, including the United States, about China's growing power and influence. Additionally, the project has been seen as a way for Russia to diversify its economic ties and reduce its dependence on Western markets. Overall, the China-Russia cross-border road project is a complex and ambitious undertaking that has the potential to bring significant economic and social benefits to both countries. However, it also faces significant challenges and risks, including the harsh environment, complex political environment, and environmental concerns. To ensure its success, it will be important for the project to be carried out in a responsible and sustainable manner, with close cooperation between the Chinese and Russian governments and engagement with local communities and stakeholders. Additionally, it will be important to address environmental concerns and engage with other countries and stakeholders to ensure that the project contributes to broader economic integration and stability in the region. Another important aspect of the China-Russia cross-border road project is its potential to facilitate increased trade between the two countries. China and Russia have been seeking to increase their economic cooperation and reduce their dependence on Western markets. The new highway could help facilitate this by providing a faster and more efficient transportation route for goods between the two countries. This could lead to increased economic integration and trade, which could have broader implications for the global economy. However, there are also challenges and risks to be associated with the increasing economic ties between China and Russia. Both countries have complex political and economic systems, and there are concerns about corruption, intellectual property theft, and unfair trade practices. Additionally, there are geopolitical tensions between China and Russia and other countries, particularly the United States. Some analysts have raised concerns that the new highway could be used for military purposes or as a tool for increasing Chinese influence in the region. That's all. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon to get more videos.